friends, it's Paige Evans and I am back with my second 4th of July album. I made this one last year and we basically did the exact same thing. We went back to Wallace, Idaho to be with my family, and so I decided to make another 6x8 scrapbook to document our time with my family. So I used a Simple Stories snap album for my 2023 album. I do have a flip through for this 2022 album, also using a Simple Stories album, and everything is very similar, just minor changes. For example, I used flowers on this album and then used stars on this one, but very similar. All started with these super cute charms from Emily Inspired Designs. I bought like 6 of them when she released them the summer of 2021. And so I've used, I think 5, so I have 1 charm left. So maybe I'll make another one for 2024 if we go to Wallace again. So I will take the charm off so we can look through the album as flat as possible, but take a look at these charms. Emily, I met her in person when we lived in the Seattle area for 1 year back in 2017. She's so talented. She's also making some charms for my upcoming Halloween mini album class. So love everything she makes. And then on the spine plate, I used the mini red foil foam thickers from my Sugar Plum Wishes Christmas collection on a little piece of pattern paper from Miss Kate Cuttables. I used a lot of the same supplies that I used last year. I did purchase a few more patriotic collections and then also bought 2 more collections from Miss Kate Cuttables, which is what these pattern papers and these stickers are from. And okay, we can flip on through. So like my other album, first I created foundation pages. So this is a cut file of mine. It says 4th of July, 2023 in Wallace, Idaho. These are just my favorite pattern papers. So you'll see them throughout. They're from Miss Kate Cuttables, the exact same papers. Can't get enough of them. And then on a lot of the pages, I added a ribbon trim. I think maybe every 2nd or every 3rd page I added those. And then this is just kind of the intro page. And here we go, flipping on through. So I used a few pocket pages, the page protectors that include 6x4 pockets, 3x4 pockets, so I can have 3x4 photos, 4x6 photos. And then if I didn't do a ribbon, I did a tab, just a little page turner to help turn the pages easier. You'll find a lot of banner stickers throughout. I just feel like they scream patriotic, you know, and all of the red, white, and blue. And sometimes I just really loved the cards so much that I had a lot of cards and then photos sprinkled throughout. I love using quilts as inspiration. That's what I think almost all of my foundation pages for the other album were based on. For this album, I also just sprinkled in a few more different techniques, like backing the cut file that we saw there, and then, well, you'll see as we're flipping through. But this is one of my favorites. Pieced little flags, all pattern papers, and then of course the photos. So on the back of the foundation pages, I added full 6x8 photos that I printed at home on my Canon Pro 100 printer. Here we go. Sometimes you can trim a sticker or die cut in half and use it to frame a fun sentiment. This is a page protector from scrapbook.com, which is really fun and interactive. So you got 2 4x6 pockets and then 2 3x4 pockets, but it's interactive. Opens up both ways. You can use washi tape on the page protector edges to bring in a pop of color. So this foundation page, I hand stitched these stars and then stitched some white stars in between. They remind me of fireworks. And then on the back, I've got my full photo. This collection is also from Miss Kate Cuttables, and it's got a lot of red, white, and blue with some mint and greens mixed in. And there are a few different stars and banners sprinkled throughout. So even though it's not 100% 4th of July themed, I purchased it and it went along perfectly with our visit to the beach or a lake. Little star-shaped paper clip up here. Fun little bit. I love having the bits and baubles peeking out from all of the edges, making it fun and interactive, and every page a delight. My sister learned how to professionally do nails, so we all took a turn getting our nails done by her. Even my brother hopped in for a turn. So funny. So what I did was, first I made the foundation pages, then I trimmed apart all of the cards and I just slipped them into various 6x8 page protectors. Then I came in with the photos, so I placed all my photos. Sometimes I just liked the cards so much I didn't add any photos. I'll get to my thought. I'll finish my thought in just a second, but here's another paper piece, kind of quilt-like vibe. So these are all, I think, 3/4 inch or maybe even 1/2 inch. I can tell you right now, I've got my ruler. They are 3/4 inch squares, and then I zigzag stitched down and across between every one. So then after I added my photos, then I embellished. So I feel like journaling is also an embellishment, so I printed some journaling, but I also did handwriting throughout too on journaling cards. So I like the mix of printed journaling and handwriting. So then you get the best of both worlds. My handwriting is preserved, even though I don't particularly love my handwriting. So printed my journaling, added that throughout, and then just started adding stickers on top. So I embellished inside the pockets and outside the pockets. Lots of white space on these photos, so I utilized that to add fun banners and titles and stickers. So I really just came in with all kinds of stickers. That was the finishing touch. What else was I going to say? I can't remember. Mix of different colors of journaling pens as well to bring in the red, white, and blue. Got some jewels, a little tiny jewel on top of the page protectors, or you can put them inside to better protect them. Cascade embellishments down the seam. So here I used a layered flower punch to make all kinds of flowers, did some stitching at the bottom so it's like a flower garden. It's one of my favorite pages to include in my scrapbooks and mini albums, again with a tab that sticks out from the top. I put a little phrase, individual red letter stickers. I believe they are from Doodlebug Design. Full page photo with lots of colorful flowers. Oops. I love this pom-pom trim. I have it in a rainbow of colors. I trimmed off the row of 2x2 photos down here. I just amazingly didn't have enough photos. Well, I'm sure I could have included more photos, but from the ones that I printed, I got them added elsewhere throughout the album. So just for a fun and different sized page protector, I trimmed off that, and now it's just slightly different. So it's fun to flip with these back-to-back tabs. Here's another quilt-inspired design with punched squares and then machine stitching diagonally. The Wallace Pool was finally open. My parents have had this place in Wallace, Idaho for a dozen years, 12 years, and every single time we visited, the pool has been either closed or it's been the wrong season. It opened 2 days after we left last year. So 2023 was our lucky year, our very first time getting to go in the Wallace Pool. So definitely needed a big photo celebrating with all the sequins. So this is a 2x2 pocket page. It's got 12 little compartments, and I put a photo in every other pocket, then filled the empty pockets with a really fun mix of sequins that I got from Etsy. We finally went to the Wallace Pool. I can't believe it. These printables are from Kelly Bangs Creative. She released a little collection called Oh My Stars. Perfect for documenting your Independence Day. This collection is also from Miss Kate Cuttables, so it has some yellow, lemony, some yellows and some lemons sprinkled throughout. So I tried to stick to red, white, and blue mostly, but then of course when you're taking pictures, there's going to be other colors in the mix. So I thought it was fun to sprinkle in some pops of yellow and green in addition to lots of red, white, and blue. Domino's pizza matches the red, white, and blue. We each took turns prepping the meals for everybody in the family, so my parents got us pizza for lunch. Here I used a scalloped border punch, kind of a lace border punch, and then punched it from the Miss Kate Cuttables pattern papers that I love so much, and then cascaded them down a page. So then on the back, it's got a full 6x8 photo. The Idaho Statehood Parade is one of our favorite traditions. We line up along Main Street, and then all of the cars, and there's no really floats, but just like the people who participate in the parade toss out candy. So my mom helped all of her grandkids decorate paper bags, which they used to collect their candy. And then it's always fun to line up all of the cousins in a row. Zula is our newest addition. That's my sister's baby. So we've got my Fox and Jane. This is actually my cousin, Naomi, who's just a few months younger than Jane. It's kind of funny because my dad and his brother, there's like a 15 year gap. So my cousin is closer in age to my daughter than my cousin is to me. And then we've got my brother's daughter, my sister's daughter, my brother's son, my sister's son, and daughter. Anyway, it's my family and I love them so much. So of course, I took lots of pictures at the parade. So here's another 2x2 pocket with pictures from the parade, and then quilt papers in between. Look at this fun ribbon trim. Flowers. Sitting outside the house and just chilling and chatting is one of my favorite pastimes. Jane getting a cinnamon roll. It's as big as her head. So again, we got some yellows sprinkled throughout. This is a Simple Stories collection. Fox with all of his cousins watching as he plays Pokemon Go. And then here is a fun page. I blogged separately about this one right after I made it just because it was so fun. It's just ribbons. Red ribbons, white ribbons, and then 2 pieces of this blue stars ribbon layered on the top left corner. So the ribbons are free to dangle. On the back, pictures in front of the big flag. This is another favorite tradition. This man sets up this flag about the week before and after the 4th of July. So we dress up in our red, white, and blue. Tate was missing. He was on a bike ride, that little stinker. But everybody else from my family right there. We like to take lots of pictures. So me and my sister and sister-in-law, Fox and Jane, just the girls, all the permutations. I went on an ATV ride with my dad and my brother and his family. Lots of pretty daisies, so I added some yellow here. We did the Sierra Silver Mine Tour again, so this is the ticket that we got. So you can tuck in actual ephemera and pieces that you get on your vacations into these little pockets. Added jewels on the outside of the pocket, little stickers in between. Just lots of little stickers everywhere you look. I was able to complete this entire album basically yesterday. I started at 8 a.m. and finished at 8 p.m. Not from start to finish, but like I said, after I made the foundation pages and cut apart all of the cards and added the photos. So everything was basically in. All of the embellishing yesterday took about 12 hours. That includes stitching the ribbons on, doing the tabs, and all of these stickers, and the journaling. So the printed and handwritten journaling, I was able to create this entire album in 12 hours with some breaks for eating. And So this isn't a 6x8 pocket. It's divided into the 4x6 pockets, but I trimmed a 6x8 photo in half to tuck into those two pockets. Here's some dimensional stars, which I have a step-by-step photo tutorial in my Make Your Memory book, which I have signed copies in my shop. And then time for the cherry on top, which is lighting fireworks and sparklers and having a wonderful evening with the family. So Chris and I bought two kind of, I wouldn't call them huge fireworks, but two fireworks from Walmart. We always stop at this Walmart in Smelterville. We fly into Spokane, stop in Smelterville, and then drive the rest of the way to Wallace. It's just the whole thing from beginning to end. It's just one big tradition. It's become so fun. And there we go. There's my parents' house at night. This is the last foundation page. This is one of my cut files, which I backed with a pattern paper that almost makes it look like I spent hours and hours backing each individual star, but I didn't. It's just one pattern paper. And there we go. Bye-bye for now, Wallace. Hope to be back again next year. Finished with a little Made in the USA sticker from Miss Kate Cuttables. And that, my friends, is my 4th of July album for 2023. Let me know if you have any questions. I have really loved making these albums. These are passion projects just for fun, no class to go along with it, no kits or anything, just using patriotic supplies, red, white, and blue, and documenting our memories. And now I get to relive all of these good days as many times as I like just by flipping through. So I'll leave a link to this flip through as well so you can also see this one. So thank you so much for joining me. And again, let me know if you have any questions. I will see you again next time. Have a happy scrappy day.